So hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss something more about Java. So there is a question I ask from all of you, and a lot of discussion I have seen on YouTube also. Uh, I would like to request every one of you that please do not comment on YouTube. The reason behind a lot of things. You must have a doubt clearing session assigned with your faculty, and in doubt clearing session you may ask your doubts also. So that is for there, and a doubt clearing session happens live. Still, the question was related to JDK, JVM, and GRE. I know that is a little bit confusing for all of you and for everyone who is studying Java first time. What is JDK? JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Now, whenever you want to run your program, I'm just giving you a brief idea first. When you are going to compile as well as run your program, you need to install JDK. What is JDK? JDK is a software development environment used for developing Java applications and applets. It includes the JRE as well as JVM. So for compiler, javac command is used, which is included in JDK. For running, Java command is used. For interpreting, Java command is used, which is available in JDK. All the jar files are available in JDK. Document generator is available in JDK. So everything remains inside JDK. Now, what is JRE? Java Runtime Environment. Sometimes it is also known as Java RT. Now, the Java Runtime Environment provides the minimum requirement for executing a Java application. I am telling here for executing a Java application. It consists of JVM and its supported files and classes. It is a specification where working of Java virtual machine is specified, but implementation provider is independent to choose the algorithm. Its implementation has been provided by Sun or other companies, Sun Microsystem or other companies. An implementation is a computer program that meets the requirement of JVM specification. And runtime instance, whenever you write a Java command on a command prompt to run the Java class, an instance of JVM is created every time. Now, so we have discussed about JDK, which provides the environment to develop as well as execute your Java program. Development tool to provide the environment to develop your Java program, as well as JRE to execute your Java program. So it consists both of the things, whereas JRE consists of JVM. Means JRE is an installation package which provide environment to only run, not develop. Using JRE you cannot develop the application, you can just run the application, the Java program. JRE is only used by them who only wants to run the Java program, that is the end user of your software. And JVM is a very important part of both JDK and JRE because it is contained or inbuilt in both. Whatever Java program you are using, JRE or JDK goes to JVM, and JVM is responsible for executing the Java program line by line. Hence it is known as an interpreter. So JVM is an interpreter, and this is an integral part of JRE, and JRE and JVM both is an integral part of JDK. So if you want to just try to understand, if you want to develop as well as run the program, you need JDK, entire JDK. So JDK consists both the things, JRE as well as JVM. And if you just want to run your application, you just require JRE, which consists what? JVM. So that is about JDK, JRE and JVM. So let me show you a diagram. You will understand this easily. You can understand it easily. So JRE, you are seeing JRE consists of JVM plus library classes plus development tool, and this all is inside the JDK. So JDK means JRE plus development tool, and JRE means JVM plus library classes. So that is about JDK, JRE and JVM. Now, you have seen in the last class I have discussed about you need to create a class whenever you are going to write a Java program. Because Java is a pure object-oriented programming language, everything must be defined inside the class. You cannot write anything beyond the class. And as you have studied C and C++, you are aware that there should be a function, main function, because main is an entry and exit point. And you know that every function has a syntax, return type, function name, and argument list. So in Java, for main we write public static void main, and I told you that everything has a significant meaning. So what is its meaning? We'll discuss. So that was the program was look like this. Here public word is optional. You do not need to write public. So what is why we write public? We'll discuss in further sub classes. And you are looking here, I have created a class hello. There is a method public static void main, then string args, then SOP is just like SOP means system.out.println. It is just like as a printf of C and C out of C++. Now there was a question I asked from you in the last class that where to use capital and where to use a small. I am going to give you the answer of this question right now. Look, in Java, the name of, there are two things always that you need to take care. The first one is rule and the second one is suggestion. What is the difference between rule and suggestion? Rule means you have to follow and suggestion means you should follow. Now let's suppose I am giving you a certain suggestion, like you should wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Somebody from you will ask me that, sir, tell me what is when you wake up in the morning. And if I am telling 8 o'clock, then what will be your response? If you are waking up at 8 a.m., then why you are saying to us that you should wake up at 6 a.m.? So now definitely if I am even suggesting you, first I should follow and then I can suggest you. Why I said these all things you will get to know very easily. Java has given certain suggestion. Now whatever the suggestion Java has given, Java does not follow it. Sorry, Java definitely follow it. It's up to us that either we can follow or not. Now Java has given the suggestion that the name of class, the first character should be capitalized, means you need to use camel cases. So here you are looking in system, S is capital. In a string, S is capital. So whenever in Java, if you are going to see the first character is capital, you can easily understand that that is nothing but a name of class. Now in hello you are looking, H is capital. Hello is your class. It's up to you. If you are not taking H as a capital, this is not an error, because Java does not say as a rule that you have to create a class and your class name should follow the camel case. Java is not saying that this is a rule. Java is just suggesting you, yes, all the predefined classes, first character will be capitalized. That you need to keep in your mind always while you are going to solve a Java program. Now methods, definitely again it will follow the camel case. So all predefined methods definitely follow the camel case rule. Now if you are creating your own method, method is nothing but a function. In Java, function is known as method. So whenever I'll tell method, don't be confused, that is nothing but a function. So if you are creating your own function, own method, you can give any name. You can take it in capital, you can take it in a small, everything, whatever you want. But if you are using predefined methods, then you need to use what? Camel cases. That is a suggestion given by Java. So all the predefined methods must use the camel case name. So string and system are the two predefined classes used in my program. So the name of string and name of system you are looking, S is capital because it is following camel cases. Now because as you see that Java is object oriented programming, so system is a name of class, out is an object, and println is a method. Whatever you are writing inside the double quote is going to be printed as it is. Now why public, why static, we'll discuss it later. You will get to know very soon. Now what is the purpose of a string args? That is used for command line argument. What is its significance? If you have studied about command line, you know that if you want to provide certain arguments at runtime, command line argument is used. In Java it is mandatory to specify the command line argument. Either you are passing or not, that doesn't matter, you have to write here string args. So don't worry, this is not a very big problem. We'll discuss with example in the subsequent lectures. Now after writing the program, you need to save it, and the name of file should be the same as the name of class. So what is the name of class here? Hello. So your program name will be hello.java. And let's suppose you have created a folder in D drive. The name of folder is my program, and in my program folder you are storing it hello.java. Now, what you need to do again, your Java should be installed, your class path should be installed, and I am again telling, if any person is finding any issue, please ask in the live session from your faculty, designated faculty, that how to install the Java, or you can ask from the lab faculty that how to install the Java and how to set the class path. The best option, you can see the YouTube channel, you can see the Google, you will get to know, and that is very easy to install. This is just like as a normal software. You can simply click and everything will be installed. How to set the class path, you can see the videos, YouTube video, and you can find it out. Now you need to open the CMD prompt, and then first of all you have to go to the path where your program is stored. So your program is stored in the D drive, so first you need to move in D drive. Then you have to go on to your folder where your program is stored, and your folder name was my program. Then you need to compile your code, javac hello.java. Now just minimize the command prompt and go to your folder. You will see there is a file automatically get created, hello.class, that is a bytecode. Now at the runtime, again press enter, you will see again a command prompt will come. Then you need to write java space hello. You do not need to write hello.class. Java space hello, it will automatically pick that class file and it will show you the result. Now my question was in the last class that is it mandatory to save the file with the same name as a name of class? The simple answer, no. Now the question arises, if you are going to take some other name, what will happen? So let's suppose I am taking this program name first.java. When you will compile, you will see a class file will be created, but the name of class file will not be first.class. The name of class file will be hello.class. So you need to take care that while you compile your Java program, the class file which is created, the name of class file is same as the name of class despite of your program file name. So if you are going to take some other name, you need to remember two names, the name of your program as well as name of your class, because at the runtime you need to specify the name of class. So however, if you are taking then some other name, that doesn't matter. At the runtime you need to specify the name of class file, and name of class file will be the same as the name of class what you have created in your program. So to avoid the confusion of remembering two names, Java suggests us that please take the name same as the name of class. So I hope you clear about whatever I said, and if you are not clear, please rewind the video and then you can listen again. I am sure that you will get to know what is happening while we compile our Java program. There are certain things that you need to take care. I have written here as a tips. The name of class file is same as the name of class you created, and at the runtime we specified the name of class file. So we generally take the same name as the name of class to avoid remembering two names. If we are taking the file name different from the name of class, then at runtime we need to specify the name of class instead of file name. For compiling your program, javac command is used. Syntax javac filename.java, and when you compile your program, a class file gets created and name of class file will be the name of class. Whenever you compile your program, a bytecode generated. Extension of bytecode is .class, and the name of bytecode file is the name of class you used in your program. Your Java program file and .class file is different. At the runtime, .class file is used. Now, a question for you. There is a question which is asked inside the interview that when it is mandatory to save the file with the same name as a name of class. So that is a question which is a very common question which is asked inside the interview. First they will ask you that is it mandatory to save the file with the same name as a name of class? When you will say no, then they will ask when it is mandatory. Now this question I am giving to you, please explore. You can say me by any ways, by mail, or you can say to in your live lecture with your to your teacher. So I am not going to give the answer of this question. So you need to explore, you need to find it out, and the most important thing is that you need to practice. So how much you will practice, you will learn the things. So thank you very much for today's session. Thank you. We'll meet in the next session.